Today we have very special guest, Muskan Barmare. Muskan is a highly qualified clinical nutritionist and sport dietitian, as well as a medical health content creator, with a strong desire to inspire people to live healthier life through the development of good nutrition and fitness habits. She firmly believes that healthy lifestyle begins with a healthy mindset. Her primary goal is to help her clients develop a positive body image, achieve their fitness goals, and maintain a healthy lifestyle. With a keen interest in clinical and sport nutrition, Muskan also has a deep appreciation for the importance of mental health in overall wellness. She believes the power of good nutrition and exercise to improve mental health and help individuals achieve their full potential. As a medical health content creator, Muskan uses her expertise and passion to educate people on the importance of proper nutrition and exercise in achieving optimum health. She focuses on creating informative and engaging content that inspire people to make positive changes in their life. So, welcome, Muskan. First of all, take us through your journey, how you came into this field of health and fitness, and उसके बाद we will start with the topic of plant-based diet.
Okay, hello everyone. I started my fitness journey approximately, let's say, 5 years ago. Well, I was not into nutrition and fitness until I couldn't get into medical field. Like I tried MBBS,
Mhm.
I gave my entrance and all, but it was quite difficult to get up to a rank where you can just get enrolled in a good college as such. So
Okay.
then, through a friend of mine, I got to know about nutrition, and as a fitness enthusiast early later on, I got an keen interest to get to know about food science, basically at first, then food technology, and now sports nutrition. It has been like that.
Okay.
I have done my BSc from SVT College of Home Science, which is located in Juhu, and
Okay.
I'm also doing my MSc currently in sports science and nutrition from the very same college.
Okay. Wow. So, starting with the topic, Muskan, on plant-based diet. So,
Yes,
is there any
definitely.
difference between plant-based and diet and vegan diet?
So plant-based diet and vegan diet, yes, they are different. Vegan diet is basically a type of plant-based diet, as we say, although there is some overlap between the two. So a plant-based diet emphasizes on whole, minimally processed foods that majorly come from plants, such as we have fruits, we have vegetables, we have whole grains, we have legumes, nuts, oil seeds. So this type of diet may or may not include small amounts of animal products, such as dairy, poultry, like eggs, meat, but that's not the primary focus of this diet. Whereas a vegan diet, on the other hand, is a type of plant-based diet that
Okay.
excludes all animal products, including meat, dairy, eggs, even honey. So veganism is often motivated by ethical or environmental factors,
Okay.
um, or any other concern, uh, like religious beliefs or health reasons as well. So while a vegan diet is always plant-based, a plant-based diet may or may not be vegan. So some people following a plant-based diet choose small amounts of animal products in their diet, like milk, hair, cheese,
Okay.
eggs. Some are ovo veg,
Okay.
while
So we
on
can include
vegan,
egg, dairy
yeah,
products, plant-based also.
yes,
Yes, right.
yeah. So that's optional. Really,
Okay.
like people want to include animal products. So vegan diet excludes animal products completely, whereas a plant-based diet may or may not include animal
Right. So
products.
vegan is
That's the
exactly
difference.
matlab, no animal product involved.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Right. So, coming on this plant-based diet, we hear about health benefits of plant-based diet.
yeah.
So, can you just elaborate on how they impact our health and what are some of the benefits of plant-based diet?
So, as a nutritionist, of course, I can say that plant-based diet has and can have a positive impact on your health in many ways. Firstly, um, obesity, chronic diseases like heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer, these can typically be lowered down. Like you have a reduce risk of developing these diseases, because plant-based diets are typically high in fiber, vitamins,
Correct.
phytonutrients. So all these combine together and they reduce the risk of these chronic diseases. Secondly, plant-based diets improves digestion, as we say. So a plant-based diet is, as I said, high in fiber, so it keeps your digestive system, which is the major system in our body. We are
Correct.
earning, working so hard just for that, right? So
Correct.
plant-based diet keeps our digestive system healthy and keeps it functioning properly. Not that a non-veg diet does not, but I'm just stating the facts of a plant-based diet.
Correct.
So they can help prevent constipation and reduce the risk of other digestive disorders. It also helps to reduce cholesterol levels in your body, because plant-based diets are typically low in saturated fat. So saturated fat is basically the fat which comes from animal products majorly, like ghee, butter, animal milk products,
Okay.
all of that. Which can so plant-based diets can help you lower your cholesterol levels technically and reduce the risk of heart disease.
Okay.
Plant-based diet also improves your weight management skills. Like it's easier to manage your weight when you're
Hmm.
on a plant-based diet. They tend to be lower in calories and higher in fiber, which can help with
Correct.
weight management and reduce the risk of obesity, which is at a great deal during these times.
Right.
Like,
For
yeah.
sure. Right.
And also, nutrient wise, plant based diet can provide you with all the essential nutrients your body needs, including protein, iron, calcium, vitamin B12. Howsoever, it's important to you. I need to note that I need to tell people that a plant based diet needs to be properly planned and needs to be properly balanced to
Correct.
ensure that you're getting all the nutrient your body needs. And it's also important to be mindful of the type of foods you're eating to make sure you're not consuming too much added sugars or processed foods.
Correct. So coming on
Yeah.
this plant-based diet. So what are some of the common concern and misconception about plant-based diet, and how can we address them?
This is a very interesting question because people have so many misconceptions, misleading thoughts, many things कि हम plant based diet if we follow, we are not meeting our protein requirement. How will we meet our protein requirement? How will we meet our other nutrients requirement? Because majorly सारे nutrients तो animal based products में है, animal products में. It is nothing like that. So however, most plant foods contain protein, and it is possible to get all the protein you need from a plant-based diet if planned and proportioned well. Also,
Okay.
then the second misconception is that the lack of essential nutrients, um, like iron, calcium, and vitamin B12, because they are mostly derived from animal products. However, these nutrients can also easily be obtained from plant sources or supplementation only if needed. जैसे कि अगर body में this nutrient is not being absorbed, or there is a dysfunction of some absorption, then only supplementation is given, because supplements are the form of the easiest form to absorb by the body. Then the
Okay.
third misconception I would say, meal planning. People want to shift from a animal based diet or like a non-veg diet to a plant diet. Then they like hum khai kya? There are not many options. There are
That's
not
always a
many
problem.
sources. That's always a big question when patients come to me and say that I want to shift to a plant-based diet, but then my concern is my meal planning. How, what
Correct.
meal should I prepare? How like how will I get enough of all my protein, carbs, fat, all the nutrients which I require, which I was getting from animals. So, however, there are many resources available, including cookbooks, online recipes. There are many things which can help with meal planning, and that's what we are here for. That's what
Correct.
we dietitians do. We counsel you, we assess you, we go through your needs, and then meal planning can be done. It's not such a huge thing. Yeah.
Correct.
And lastly, I would say maybe the social stigma of people. Like some people worry about plant-based foods don't taste as good as animal based foods, or some people may feel stigmatized or judged for following a plant based diet. Like we say, why you're eating paneer? It's not equivalent to chicken, or it's not equivalent to fish. You
Correct.
all should try. It's like, people say that. However, it is always important to remember that everyone has the right to choose what they eat, and there
Correct.
are many people who follow plant-based diets for a variety of reasons.
राइट.
Yeah,
तो मुस्कान, जैसे अभी आपने बात की रिगार्डिंग प्रोटीन्स, मतलब ये तो
yeah,
मेजर मिसकंसेप्शन रहती है अगर कोई भी डाइट फॉलो होती है, दैट प्रोटीन्स तो नॉर्मल फूड से कंप्लीट हो ही
uh,
नहीं पाते हैं. सो ईदर वी नीड
exactly.
सप्लीमेंट्स और सम अदर फॉर्म वेयर वी कैन गेट प्रोटीन्स. तो प्लांट बेस्ड में क्या वो रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी हो सकती है इजीली, और कितना रिक्वायरमेंट, मतलब एक एज ए नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बीइंग अगर मैं कहूँ कि आई एम 80 केजीज, तो कितना
Yeah.
मेरा रिक्वायरमेंट होना चाहिए प्रोटीन का दिन का?
So basically, yes, meeting protein needs with plant-based food is generally easy, and as long as you eat a variety of protein-rich food, plant foods, as we're talking about plant-based, of course, it's important to know that protein needs can vary based on age, your gender, your activity level, and other individual factors like your environmental factors, your social factors, your financial levels, everything. So the recommended dietary allowance, as we call the RDA for protein, for a sedentary individual, जो ज़्यादा वर्कआउट नहीं करता है और डेस्क जॉब करता है, it's basically 0.8 grams per kilo body weight for adults. However, for athletes or pregnant women or breastfeeding women or senior citizens, that is older adults, may require higher protein intakes. So as I said, age, gender, activity level, all that matters when you're calculating your protein intake. It's possible to meet your protein needs with plant-based foods, but it may require a lot of planning and attention to your diet. So I'll tell you from the basic level. Protein is made up of many amino acids. There are
करेक्ट.
9 essential amino acids in the body that ca- that the body cannot make on its own and must be obtained through our diet, right? So animal
करेक्ट.
products are considered complete proteins. Proteins because they contain all the 9 essential amino acids in the right proportions.
करेक्ट.
However, plant-based foods can also provide all the essential amino acids if consumed in the right combinations. So there are many types of protein in different plant foods. So if you combine two plant sources, you will get a complete protein. Combining legumes and whole grain.
ओके.
Legume जैसे आपका beans है, lentils है, chickpeas है. Whole
करेक्ट.
grain आपका brown rice हो गया, oats हो गया या quinoa हो गया for that matter. You combine your lentils जैसे dal or quinoa. So you're
करेक्ट.
combining two sources of protein. So that completes your protein. That's a complete protein. That's what we got to do here for people who are on plant-based diet. So we have good sources of plant-based protein all over. We have legumes,
ओके.
we have nuts and seeds like almonds, sunflower, chia seeds, walnuts. We have our whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, oats, wheat flour. We have our soya products, we have soya bean. We have vegetable like peas, broccoli, spinach. So to ensure that you are meeting your protein needs on a plant-based diet, we need to aim to include all of these variety of protein sources in your meals, as well as you need to snack like जैसे हमारा peanut butter हो गया. So
करेक्ट.
you need to include protein in your snacks as well. So you're completing your protein intake for the day.
ओके.
Right?
एंड डू यू आल्सो सजेस्ट, मतलब सप्लीमेंट्स का भी साथ में हम सपोर्ट लें व्हाइल फॉलोइंग दिस प्लांट बेस्ड डाइट?
So while it is possible to meet your nutrient needs if your plant-based diet is well planned and balanced by a professional, if you don't understand how to do that, then there are some situations which supplements may be recommended to support the diet. Uh, due to variety of reasons कि absorption slow है, body से properly absorb नहीं हो रहा है, um,
करेक्ट.
certain reasons, certain medical conditions, because of that, nutrient absorption or nutrient intake is not proper. So some nutrients that may be of concern on a plant-based diet are like vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 हमारे animal products में ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. So following a plant-based diet, you might need to take a supplement. And according to my experience, B12 and vitamin D, these two have been on a on the edge since COVID hit us. Because I always tell my patients to get their blood work done before they come to me for a consultation. So assessing them, because whatever is inside needs to be fixed first before we fix the outer appearance, right? जब तक हमारा blood work, like our body is not healthy from the inside, it can't be healthy from the outside. So I
Correct.
usually tell them to get their blood work done. I've noticed that vitamin B12 and vitamin D are the major nutrients which are at a lower level, especially for
Correct.
people on vegetarian people on a plant-based diet or on a veg diet. So
Correct.
vitamin B12 है, vitamin D है, iron. Iron is also key nutrient that we need to focus on, because most of the iron, uh, like iron is less absorbed than animal sources. Plant-based iron sources कम absorb होते हैं. और जैसे कि spinach has iron, for example. But अगर आप spinach की भाजी बना रहे, so you cook the spinach at a very high flame. So you're just removing all the iron, पूरा
Yeah.
iron
So
निकल गया.
mm,
So it's difficult that way. So iron के plant sources are less well absorbed than animal sources. So iron supplementation, vitamin D, vitamin B12 can be considered because they are not of any harm. But you need to assess your blood work before we recommend, because we don't
correct.
want excess in our body, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you what you said about vitamin D and B12, so I have like got it tested for everyone in my family. सबका ही
Yeah.
लो आता है. I don't know, सबका ही लो आता है बहुत. You need supplement
So
for I think weekly.
yes.
जो मैंने हमने लिया है family में सबने ही. So I've seen
Okay.
that it is very low for everyone because we
Okay.
don't go, मतलब हम बाहर जाते नहीं है, घर बैठ मतलब desk job रहती है सबकी, and we don't go out in sunlight. So
So
I have seen
vitamin
that.
B12 का sorry, vitamin D का main source of, we have our sunlight, and as it cannot be obtained from food alone, especially on a plant-based diet, supplementation is recommended, particularly for those who have limited sun exposure. और vitamin
Correct.
D mostly हमारे animal products में रहता है. It's not that we don't have in plant-based, we have, but majorly sun source hai. And COVID has been era, a period of time where no one was exposed to sun as much as they were
Correct.
before that.
Right. We were not
So
even
that
allowed
has
to
been
go
a
out.
drawback or a setback, as we can say. But we are reaching, that point slowly, slowly,
Correct.
normalizing our routine. Right?
अब तो now
There's no
अभी तो
harm
बहुत
in
normal हो गया
vitamin
है.
D.
Right.
Huh? Sorry?
नहीं अभी तो आई एम सेइंग दैट अभी तो बहुत नॉर्मलाइज हो गया है. एवरीथिंग इज बैक ऑन ट्रैक
Yes.
जैसा पहले था. बट
Yeah,
यस
mostly.
2020 वाज लाइक यू आर नॉट इवन अलाउड टू गो आउटसाइड योर होम. तो बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट टाइम था उसमें.
Yeah, it was
राइट.
quite. Yeah.
राइट. So there's a so coming on my next question, that there's a often confusion that how much veggies and fruit should we eat. So can you clarify on that part?
Okay. So fruits and vegetables for a normal individual, for a healthy individual, right? Um, Apart from people who are diabetic or hypertensive or in a medical category condition, especially diabetic, that I'll cover later on. For a healthy individual, fruits recommendation are approximately 2 to 4 fruits in a day can be consumed and should be consumed. According to a survey and research done recently in India, Indians consume very less amount of fruits and vegetables as well. Apart from people who are vegetarian, basically who are non-veg meat eaters, they consume fruits and vegetables at a very low scale. But it's very important to consume your fruits and veggies because all the other nutrients, all the antioxidants you're getting is from fruits and vegetables. So recommendation for fruits and vegetable also again varies on your age, gender, and activity. But the general guidelines is that 5 servings per day. So one serving is like 50 grams, and you divide your servings. It's not like yeah, pura 5 serving एक time पे खा लो. That's also not good for your health. Divide your servings throughout the day. Have different types of fruits, different types of vegetables every day. Vegetables can be 7 to 10 servings per day. Again, you divide your vegetables. Keep some raw vegetables, just as we have our salad. Keep some cooked vegetables, like we have our bhaji. All right. So it's important that not all fruits and vegetables are created equal when it comes to nutrition. So that's why we need to, mix in a variety of fruits and vegetables. We should eat our dark leafy greens also. We should eat citrus fruits, colorful vegetables also. Uh, for diabetics as such, recommendation is 2 fruits per day. That too again divided, one fruit in the morning, one fruit in the evening, one fruit in the afternoon, and one fruit in the evening. The concept behind eating fruits, is that you should not consume fruits with your meal. You should consume fruits after your meal or before your meal. It should not be consumed with the meal. That's
Correct.
all.
So
Yeah.
Muskan, you just said that अगर fruits and vegetable हम लेते भी हैं quantity में तो it should be like spread in 5 to 8 spreading मतलब
Yes.
servings में
Serving.
divide कर सकते हैं उसे हम.
जी.
तो is it like कि अगर हम plant based diet follow कर रहे हैं तो जो अगर somebody जैसे अगर मैं intermittent fasting पे हूँ मैं
Hmm.
तो मेरे लिए it is not good कि मैं plant based diet पे रहूँ.
See, intermittent fasting can be done for a certain period of time.
Right,
It may or may not be continued depending on the individual throughout your life. It's very difficult to intermittent fast throughout your life. आप एक period तक करोगे, of course your body will get adapted to it, but then as we say, it will come to an equivalent position कि आप intermittent fasting कर रहे हो, and yet there you can't see results. Okay, so
correct,
intermittent fasting is for a period of time. And again, if you're doing intermittent fasting, you need to plan your meals accordingly. Um,
right,
you need to include all your food groups. You need to include your fruits, your vegetables, your protein intake should be met, and it is all
right,
possible. It's not that it's not possible. With proper planning and of course from a professional,
right.
um,
That is
it
important कि
can be done.
प्रोफेशनल से yes प्रोफेशनल से अगर आप प्रॉपरली प्लान करते हैं then it should work.
Yeah, it definitely works. Of course,
Yes,
not for a long period of time. I myself, from my experience and my knowledge, wouldn't recommend intermittent fasting for lifelong, but for a certain period of time, just to reach your goal as such,
correct,
we can do it. But जैसे आप intermittent fasting कर रहे हैं, आगे जाके आप नहीं कर पाए, you have lost whatever, you have reached your goal, you have lost your weight, and you can't
correct,
do it ahead. But we have to maintain that weight loss. That's very important. Lo-
correct.
Losing weight से ज़्यादा maintaining that lost weight is much more difficult,
Yeah, I've seen that. वो
right?
तो I have
हम
seen
बोल
many times.
Yes, हम बोलते we have lost weight now, we can eat whatever we want, but it's not like that. You have lost weight, your body has adapted. अगर आप वापस उस चीज के लिए चले गए how you were before you lost weight, you will definitely gain the weight twice, double
हाँ, much
हो
faster.
जाएगा,
मतलब
2 times
it
faster
normally
हो
takes
जाएगा.
4 or 5 times to reach a
Yeah,
certain goal, and then within 2 3
exactly.
months you are back to
If you
square
don't
one.
maintain, if you don't manage, then yes, definitely it's your body will crave,
Yeah,
because
that
उसको
happens.
आदत है उतनी मिलने की, वो उतना मांगेगा ही until and unless you know have a you
Correct.
do it right. Yeah.
Okay. So, coming on my next question. So, with plant-based diet, some people worry about consuming carbs. So, can you just discuss on this part and address this, offer guidance on this part that people sometimes believe that they are consuming more carbs.
Okay, acha, more carbs. So yeah, there is a question. Yeah, there is a thing called ki, am I eating too many carbs
Yes,
because I'm on a plant-based diet? So I'm like, because all protein sources of plants contain some amount of carbohydrate. So it is difficult to say whether you're eating too many carbs on a plant-based diet without knowing more about your dietary habits and health goals. But however, it's important key that carbohydrates are an important macronutrient. जैसे हमारा प्रोटीन फैट है, प्रोटीन फैट कार्ब्स, these are three important nutrients, macronutrients that provide energy and are essential for our overall health. Carbs are a basic source of energy. अगर हम carbs नहीं खाएंगे, we won't get that energy, right? It's like the first thing which is utilized by our body to produce energy. So the type and the amount of carbs that you eat is more important than how much carbs you're eating,
Okay.
right? So the type and amount of carbs that you consume have a great impact on your health. It's generally recommended to choose complex carbs like whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables that are high in fiber and have all the important nutrients. So these type of carbs are also associated that when you're eating such carbs, your conditions such as heart disease and type 2 diabetes is at a lower risk. Where on the other hand, your simple carbohydrates, जैसे हमारा मैदा है, that's refined sugars, processed foods, should be at a limited outreach. They are associated with other chronic diseases and can cause your blood to spike, your blood sugars to spike and crash as well. So it's not, हमें वो ध्यान नहीं देना है that how much carbs we are consuming. Are we consuming more than we need to, or are we consuming less we need to? We need to uh, see the type of carb that we are consuming, the type and the amount of carb. Like complex carbs are better than simple carbs. So if you're concerned about the amounts of carbs you're consuming on a plant-based diet, it may be helpful for you to track your intake and of course speak to a professional about it to plan it out and distribute it better in your daily intake.
Correct. So,
Yeah.
so my next question is that so people who are following plant-based diet, what are the best sources of healthy fats for them?
Healthy fats. So plant-based diets are a great number of healthy fats. They're mainly foods that are प्लांट बेस्ड जैसे हमारे नट्स एंड ऑयल सीड्स हो गया हमारा आलमंड्स हो गया वॉलनट्स हो गया ऑयल सीड we have chia seed, we have flax seeds. All these are excellent sources of healthy fats because they include mono and polyunsaturated fats. So they provide other important nutrients also like fiber, protein, vitamins, minerals, and these are one source. Second is we have avocado, which is very much trendy since the past few years.
Yes.
Avocado is a very good source of plant-based fat, very rich in monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, as well as fiber and other many nutrients. Then we have our olive oil. So olive oil ka ye hai that it's not for Indian based cooking. Olive oil can be used as a salad dressing also because olive oil ka property वो नहीं है that it can be cooked on a high flame.
Right.
Okay, olive oil is a good source of monounsaturated fats, but it can be used majorly then only will grasp all its benefits.
Right.
That's one thing. Then we have, let's say, we have coconut oil. We have coconut oil. Uh, these are very good plant-based fats. Of course, moderation, consume in moderation all of the fats. Moderation is the key. So even if you're having your nuts, your avocado, your olive oil, your coconut oil, your coconut, everything should be in moderation and not be in excess. That's all.
Correct.
So these are like basic and rich healthy fats for
Correct.
people on a plant-based diet.
So Muskan, at the end, if you want to just brief everything to our viewers, कि exactly plant-based diet है क्या, and how dietitian can help in achieving your goals. So that would be great. अगर थोड़ा सा brief दे सकें आप.
So definitely if someone is looking for shifting from a meat based diet to a plant based diet, go for it. There's no harm. Many people are promoting plant-based diet because there are ample number of benefits, but it's not that the uh, meat-based diets are bad for health. It's nothing like that. Both are good to go. Both are rich in, both have a different beneficial area.
Correct.
मीट का है, प्लांट बेस्ड का भी, इट्स नथिंग लाइक ये खराब है ये बुरा है, इट्स नथिंग लाइक दैट. प्लांट बेस्ड डाइट कैन, इफ प्लान वेल बैलेंस्ड, प्लान किया हुआ है, बैलेंस किया हुआ है विद योर प्रोटीन, कार्ब, fat and all your essential nutrients, it's a good to go. And of course, if you are wanting to, have a proper well balanced meal, planned meal, with all the things kept in mind, of course, the right person to go to is a dietitian or a
Dietitian.
nutritionist, definitely. Uh, will not only help you out with your goal, but if you have any concerns or doubts regarding any particular food or food group, uh, that plant based bhi nahi hoga, meat that like meat based bhi hoga, it's perfectly fine. It's always, we have, we are evolving to, teach that, make people comfortable and love food, basically first thing. Until unless you don't love food, until unless you don't eat. So because when we say it's what you are is what you eat, even what
Correct.
you think is what you eat. So unless and until you don't have that that comfortable bond with food, you won't like get closer to your goal or even achieve your goal. So that's the major part.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So thank you so much, Muskan. What we will do is key for our viewers, we will put all your contact details in a description, or either they can
Definitely.
contact you directly or through us. And
Sure.
even if you our viewers, if they have any question, they can put in comments also. And
Yeah.
I'm sure Muskan will be happy to help everyone.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. Yeah.
thank you so much, Muskan, for this lovely session. It was really
Thank you so
informative.
much for having me.